Alright, Schlockmeister fans, we're going to revisit an early 80s cable classic. It's called Terror Train. Let's check it out. We have ourselves a college party to start this film.
Nice. Hey, there she goes.
That's Jamie Lee Curtis in the distance walking away.
Now what do you say, huh?
And that's Kenny. They're about to play a joke on him.
Look at this place. I know. Who is that?
I don't know. Some friend of Doc's. Anyway, you know what to do, okay?
Yeah, but I don't like it.
Okay.
Don't be shy.
So they're playing a trick on Kenny.
This is my first time too.
He thinks there's a woman in the bed, and it's really Jamie Lee Curtis pretending to be the woman on the other side. It's actually a corpse in the bed from the morgue. Fast forward 3 years later, and those college freshmen we just saw are now college seniors, and they're having a party New Year's Eve on a train. And for whatever reason, everybody's wearing Halloween masks.
Are you guys medical students? Well, pre-med.
So Ed's always the prankster, and he appears to have a sword in his gut in his Groucho Marx costume. But nobody realizes that he really is been sliced. For whatever reason, this terror train has a magician for entertainment for the night. That is a young David Copperfield.
It's a rotten crowd. Listen to him.
Well, it beats a 6-year-old birthday party.
They're talking about the joke they played on Kenny 3 years earlier.
I was going to come up with something truly special.
Yeah, really special. Put a kid in the hospital. Oh, I'm sorry, I mean the punchline.
You tell them.
So they think that's Ed.
That number at the station? With the song? Better than Doc could have done.
But our killer just took Ed's mask after he killed him. When this guy offers Ed a drink, Ed takes him up on the offer.
Hey, take it easy, man. What are you doing? Oh my God. No!
Meanwhile, as the evening progresses, our magician does his act.
Hey!
Here's our conductor again, Ben Johnson. Remember that lizard in the bathroom? That's the aftermath.
My God.
Read that switch and that brake.
And we'll be backing up a hell of a lot slower than he'll be coming towards us.
I guess the closest way out is straight ahead.
Is all help?
Breaking loose back there or what?
Just an accident.
Let's put on.
So he decides to show Charlie.
What?
Looks a little different now.
What the hell? There was blood there before. I could have sworn it.
I think our killer is inside the lizard mask.
You know what they say. Cold hands, warm heart.
There's a reason for that hand being cold. And our conductor finds her next. This is Mo, Jamie Lee Curtis' boyfriend.
Mom?
We didn't see what happened, but somebody got to him too during the show.
No, dear. Oh, wake up.
He was going to try to stop the train. The conductor or the train operator seems to have disappeared. We're coming to a complete stop now. So the train comes to a stop.
Get yourselves a couple of fire axes and search every damn inch of these cars. He could be anywhere. And he's lethal, so stick together. And don't try to be heroes.
Doc decides he ain't going outside. He's staying inside. He takes Jamie Lee Curtis with him.
We're gonna die unless we get some help. But I don't know who to trust anymore. I don't even trust you. My friends.
Let's hope so.
I believe. He's gonna kill everybody. We've got to tell them.
I'm not moving.
Well, Elena, that's Jamie Lee Curtis. She gets out of there, leaving Doc by himself. Doc has a visitor. He thinks it's his girlfriend, Mitchie, though. He doesn't know that she's already dead.
Goddamn practical joke.
Something's rolling around up there. Oh, it's a head. Oh, Jamie Lee Curtis was ready for him. But of course, he's not dead. She manages to get away and lock herself inside this little cage. Realizes it's Kenny at this point. They get into a brief struggle between cars and she's able to kick him off. Is that the end of Kenny? Whatever happened to David Copperfield, by the way? Kenny didn't fall off the train. He was able to grab and hold on to something. Turns out Kenny was masquerading as the magician's assistant, too. Keeps telling Elena, kiss me, kiss me. And then he freaks out. He starts spinning around like he did 3 years earlier, and then Ben Johnson rams him with a shovel and knocks him off, and that is the end of Kenny. Interesting way to go. Alright, that was Terror Train. It's a movie that I reviewed on my previous YouTube channel. And we're re-reviewing it now, and I got the Blu-ray now, too. I had the DVD, and now I got a combo here. This is a movie, like I mentioned, it's an early 80s cable classic for me. I saw this several times back in 82, 83, 84, in that range. It showed up quite a bit, actually. And then I didn't see it for several years again, because it didn't show up for... I don't know if it's shown up since then, actually. I ended up renting it. Actually, my fellow Schlockmeister Jeff rented it in Milwaukee. That's how we eventually got a copy of it. So, hadn't seen it once. Once I got a VCR, it just never showed back again. But anyway, saw this a lot of times, and I always liked it. Jamie Lee Curtis did 4 horror movies in that era, where she became a scream queen. She did Halloween, obviously, Prom Night, Halloween 2, and Terror Train. And then she got out of the horror business for quite a while. You have here, basically, it's Halloween on a train. This guy had, they played a cruel trick on this guy where they were he thought he was going to get in bed with a woman. Instead, he got in bed with a corpse, this dead old lady. And then, this is like that was like the freshman year of college. 3 years later, they're all graduating, and they decide to have a New Year's Eve celebration party on a train. It's in the winter somewhere. And for whatever reason, they all wear like Halloween masks and costumes and things. And David Copperfield, of all things, shows up to be a magician at the entertainment. And Ben Johnson is the conductor on here, famous actor there. And Jamie Lee Curtis, obviously, is in here as well. So anyway, the guy who had the trick played on him, his name was Kenny. He is the one who's killing everybody. He's come back. He sneaks on board. He's dressed up in various costumes, so he kind of fits right in. And he's also the helper to David Copperfield, dressed up as a woman. And eventually he gets his at the end, and he dies a horrible death. They kick him off the train, push him off, and he falls down on this bridge and ends up in the water on this ice, and he floats away. End of story, right? So we did have several kills in this movie, some actually pretty decent gore. Who else do we have in this movie? Joy Bushel, I think, was in there. Sandra Curry, and a lot of other people. The Blu-ray has now been released by Scream Factory. It's a Blu-ray DVD combo. There's some extra features on here. There's an interview with the producer and like the executive producer and a couple other people as well. None of the stars or the director are involved in that, but Roger Spottiswoode, I think, is the guy who directed this movie. He directed one of the James Bond movies, right? Tomorrow Never Dies. So anyway, it's Terror Train. You can get this DVD. This DVD got pretty pricey for a while. It was like up in the $50 range. Then it came down because they found out there was some more that they still had that wasn't sold out yet. You can usually get this in the $20 range now, but when this goes out of print, it's going to jack up in price. So if you want to get it now. So anyway, it's called Terror Train. It's, like I said, an early 80 cable classic. It's a great horror slasher film on a train. I like it. You should like it too. Watch it. Leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think about Terror Train.